Okay, actually would like all of you to come closer. Let's bring the energy in a little bit. Take a comfortable seat and close your eyes for a moment. And come to your breath. Take a moment to root down into your breath, into this moment. This great gathering of yoga, of various spirits coming together in this practice. Root down into your breath. Be with your breath. Eyes. Welcome to my certification class. Thank you all for coming. Yesterday I was driving out of the parking lot at the Yumbo, and as I was driving out, there were these two boys playing, and they were so excited and they were so in their moment of playing. They weren't watching what was happening around them. They were just doing their thing. And they started running, and they almost ran out in front of my car. I almost hit them, actually. And the mom, "What are you doing? You have to watch where you're crossing. You have to look both ways. You can't just run out into the street. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of what's happening." And I started thinking about the class that I was teaching today, and I thought, wow, this is awareness. We can become so focused on certain things in our life that we lose awareness of the greater surroundings around us, the greater picture, the big picture. And we have to teach kids how to be aware. You know, be aware of what's happening. Be aware of your feelings. Be aware of others. And I think as adults, we forget that we still need to practice this awareness. That we still need to practice presence. So the theme of this class is called The Art of Attention. It is the art of paying attention to what is happening, the big picture and also the small picture. It doesn't mean you have to stop playing. It just means you have to expand out and see everything that's happening and make that awareness so big in yoga that we become connected to the great spirit or our great inner self, our awareness, the great awareness, chit. That to remember the bigger picture, the really big picture. And we make our awareness so big, so big, so big that that becomes our center. And that is the practice of presence, of being with every moment. This doesn't mean you have to stop playing. It just means you have to be aware of everything around you. So we'll practice the art of attention today through being present in this moment. And the actions that we will practice will be hugging the midline, coming into the present moment strongly, and then expanding our awareness out again. Organic energy, root to rise. Let's begin. Take your muscles, your thighs in, back, and apart. Take a comfortable seat. Place your hands on your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your side body, and exhale, soften your shoulders back. Come back into your breath. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy being present in your breath. Presence is, in a way, accepting everything about this moment without trying to change what's happening, letting it arise, unfold, and then drift away into another present moment. In the Anusara invocation, one of the lines is Nishprapanchaya Shantaya, which is never absent, always present, and full of peace. What is always present, never absent. Your awareness inside of you is there. We just don't pay attention to it. Inhale from your pelvis, root down into the earth a little more strongly and lengthen your spine through the crown of your head so you become taller. And keep your inner body full, and exhale, soften your exterior body. And let your awareness become broad and expansive. And we have to soften to sometimes feel that awareness. But we don't collapse into it. We come into our center, and then from that place, expand out. Presence. To feel the presence of a loved one. To feel your own inner presence rooted into your greater awareness. The greater consciousness, Chit. With your next inhale, bring your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra. And we'll begin class with 3 mantra Oms and the invocation. Press one palm against the other with much awareness, with the art of attention. And from the palms of your hands, draw your shoulders back onto the heart and feel the opening into this moment. Exhale here. Inhale together. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. And one big Om. Inhale, and on your next exhale, bow to your heart. Bow to this art of attention. Bring your presence into your heart. That expansive awareness that connects us to a sense of peace, that which is always present, never absent. Bring your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, open your eyes, and welcome to your yoga practice. Return to your mats. And we'll begin on all fours. You can shift your blankets off to the side. Hands underneath the shoulders. The center of your wrists aligned with the outside edge of your shoulder. Separate every single finger. Bring your awareness into the hands. Walk your knees back just a little bit to create length in the side body. Take a nice deep inhale and then exhale, press down through your hands. Bring your weight into the right hand, weight into the left hand, weight into the right hand, weight into the left hand. And enjoy the feeling of transferring the weight between your hands. Bring your weight forward into the hands, weight into the back. Feel all four corners of your hands. And then come into the center again and really press down through your hands one more time. Root into the base of your index finger. Make your hands high and try to lift your fingertips up. They wouldn't lift. That is presence. However, to shift your hips back towards your heels, lift your hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. But don't lose the presence in your hands. You can begin to bend one knee, bend the other, move your body, wake your body up, enjoy and come into your breath. But maintain the presence in your hand. The art of intention is about not forgetting where we are while we play. Like those kids. Good. And then settle into a neutral downward dog. Press your hands down strongly into the mat. And as you press your hands down strongly, lift your armpits further up towards the sky. Soften your heart between your shoulder blades. And from your heart, extend back down through your hands. From your heart, lift your sit bones back towards the ceiling. And then soften the inner edges of your feet down more towards the mat. Come into the breath strongly, Ujjayi, breathing through the tip of your nose. Root down through the mound of your index finger even more and press your thighs back. Good. Inhale, look between your hands, bend your knees, walk forward to the front of your mat, Uttanasana. Place your feet hip width apart, feet parallel. So second toe aligned with the center of your ankle. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, torso up towards the sky, Asatadasana. Exhale your hands to your heart, Samastitihi. Release the hands. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, touch the floor, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Right foot back, left foot back to plank pose. Shoulders over your wrists, hands present. Inhale here. Exhale your heart to the floor. Tops of the feet to the floor. Don't move your hands. Legs strong. Inhale your heart forward and up. Mini cobra. Bhujangasana. Exhale. Come down. Tuck your toes under. Shift your hips back and up. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Reaffirm your hands to your mat. Bring your attention to your hands and put presence there. Mound of the index finger, mound of the pinky finger, base of the wrist lifting up slightly, firm and full. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look between your hands, walk forward to the front of your mat, Uttanasana. Inhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, your torso, arms up to the sky. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Samasthitihi. Release the hands. Inhale. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, touch the floor. Uttanasana. Inhale, your heart forward. Lengthen the spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Right foot back, left foot back. Plank pose. Exhale, your heart to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Tops of the feet to the floor. Legs strong, heart open. Hands present. Exhale. Come down. Shift your hips back. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Really connect into the breath. Our best tool to come into the present moment is through observing the breath, thinking about the breath, being with the breath. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, walk forward to the front of your mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Unfold. Exhale, bow. Inhale, torso up, arms up. Asta Tadasana. Exhale your hands to your heart. Release the hands. Bend your knees, feet parallel with your hips. Touch the floor with your fingertips. Utkatasana. Get low. Then shift your weight back into your heels, lift your toes, and then bring your weight forward into the mound of your big toe. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Press your feet down strongly and sit a bit lower. From your pelvis, root down. From your pelvis, lift your heart a little bit higher. Palms face each other. Extend from your heart through the fingertips. One last inhale here. Exhale, touch the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, right foot back. Lunge pose. Bring the tips of your fingers down below your shoulders. Press your left foot down into the mat. Lift your right heel up. Make your left leg super strong. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. And then exhale, switch legs. Corredor on the other side, lunge pose. It's a trilingual class. A little bit of Spanish, a little bit of English, a little bit of Sanskrit. Fingertips below your shoulders. Back leg strong, breath full. Bring presence into the front into your front foot. Inhale here. Exhale, switch sides. Left foot forward, right foot back. Good. This time really begin to press into, really push into your front foot. And then lift your back heel up and push into the toes of your back foot. And feel how that begins to lift your pelvis up. Curl your tailbone under gently, and then from your pelvis, push down into your feet. From your pelvis, lift your heart. Breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, switch sides. Push into your front foot. Charge your legs. Hug the muscles to the bone. Lift your back heel up. Feel the pelvis become a bit lighter. And then curl your tailbone under, and from your pelvis, push down into your feet. From your pelvis, lengthen your heart forward. Good. Hands to your mat, right foot back, downward facing dog. Look at your hands, and with intention, with attention, really make sure they're aligned. Center of the wrist with the outside of the shoulders. Every finger active. Keep your hands, inhale forward to plank, shoulders over the wrists. Push down into your hands and then come up onto your tippy toes. Push your tippy toes down until you feel your pelvis move up. Good, breathe. Inhale, and then exhale your heart to the floor. Chaturanga, tops of the feet to the floor, legs strong. Inhale your heart forward and up. Cobra pose. Exhale, release, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg forward between your hands, lunge pose. Inhale your hands to your hips. The torso come up. Good. Push into your front foot. Make your back leg strong. Hug your shins in towards the midline. Feel the midline. Breathe. From your pelvis, press down into your feet. From your pelvis, lengthen the sides of your body, shoulder back, chin up. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Switch sides. Left foot forward. Lunge. Inhale your hands to your hips. Back leg strong and steady. Presence in the back leg. Hug your shins in. Curl your tailbone under. From your pelvis, press down to your feet again. Maybe press your back toes down so your pelvis can come up. Inhale, lengthen your torso from your pelvis through the crown of your head. And then exhale, release down, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Shoulders over your wrists. Come up onto your back toes. Press your toes down. Press your hands down strongly. Feel the energy coming from your periphery to your core. Keep that. Release your body to the floor. Lower your body to the floor. Keep your center, tops of the feet to the floor, legs strong. Inhale your heart forward and up. Presence in your hands. Really root the mound of your index finger down. Exhale, release. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look between your hands, walk or jump forward to the front of your mat. Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Lift your arms, your torso up towards the sky. Utkatasana. Sit down a little bit lower. Press your feet down into the floor so much you feel your belly lifting towards your spine. And then to stand, press into your feet as you begin to straighten your knees. Press into your feet, lift your torso up, press into your feet. Bring your palms together, exhale your hands in front of your heart. Release your hands down to the side, close your eyes, and feel your breath. Pause, soften, and feel. What happens when you begin to bring your attention to your breath? When life pulls us in all sorts of directions, where do we maintain our intention, and where can we grow our awareness? How can we be more present in our lives? Inhale, open your eyes. Interlace your hands behind your sacrum. Feet parallel, as wide as your hips. So not together, we want to create space there. Bend your elbows. Make your legs straight and strong. Hug your shins in towards the midline. Do you feel a little bit of lift come up into the heart? And then lengthen the sides of your body and bring your armpits back, shoulders back, palate back. Keep the opening in the chest as you fold forward. Exhale, lift your arms up towards the sky and over your head. Notice where the weight went in your feet. Bring your attention into your feet. Perhaps you need to bring your weight forward a little bit. Inhale, lift your chin, lengthen the sides of your body, soften your heart down towards the floor. Try to separate your hands and then lift the tips of your shoulder blades more into your heart till you can feel that you can lift your sternum up a little bit more. Good. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, switch the interlace of your fingers. So we always have a dominant side. Practice your other side, the weird side. Good. Bend your elbows, hands on the sacrum, legs strong. Inhale, lengthen the side body, shoulders back. Exhale, fold forward. This is Uttanasana variation with a shoulder opener. Lift your arms up towards the room. Notice where your weight went in your feet. So we have a tendency to want to shift the weight back. Bring the weight maybe a little bit forward into the mound of the big toe, mound of the pinky toe. Then lengthen the side of your body, lift your chin, lift your heart, soften the heart towards the floor. Try to separate your hands strongly and really lift the tips of the shoulder blades. So the lift comes from the back of the heart and it lifts the front of the heart. Good. And then inhale, come up, legs straight and strong, heart open. Release your hands to the side. Good. Take a big step out to the right. Lift your arms up, shoulder height, feet parallel. Place your ankles underneath your wrists. So for many of us, that means taking a wider stance when practicing in the immersions. Good. Poquito más ancho, so claro. Yeah. Más. Good. Second toe aligned with the wrist. Good. A little bit wider. Más ancho, Ali. Super. Good. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your left foot forward. Bend your left knee to a square. Bring your both hands to the inside of your front foot. Good. Begin to bring your awareness into the base of the feet. Charge your legs. Hug your legs in towards the midline. Scissor your legs in towards the midline. And then hug your front knee in towards your front arm. And your left arm pushes back towards your knee. So you feel a little bit of love there, presence in the front leg. Widen your left thigh in, back, and apart. And breathe. From your pelvis, push down into your feet. From your pelvis, lengthen your heart forward. But keep the presence in the front knee. So the front knee is tracking over towards the pinky toe. Keep squeezing in, hugging in, and keep breathing. Should be a nice opening. Ali, bring your arm. Lleve tu brazo así. Ahora abraza tu rodilla hacia tu brazo, brazo hacia la rodilla. Eso, super. Good. Fantastic. Bring your coccyx down gently. From your pelvis, make your legs stronger. Push down to your feet. Lift your torso up. Warrior two. Charge your legs. Really push down into your feet. Push and then hug in towards your center. I know. Breathe. Presence isn't easy. When we want to play, we don't want to pay attention to the car. Bring your thighs back. Curl your sit bones under. From your pelvis, root down into your feet. Inhale, lengthen the sides of your body, shoulders back, palate back. From your pelvis, press down. From your pelvis, extend out, root to rise. When we really practice the art of attention and we come into this present moment, we have to be with whatever arises. Feel the presence in you. I know, it's hard. Breathe, come into your breath. Where does your mind go? Back hand to your back thigh, turn your front palm up towards the sky. Inhale, lift your arm up and over, reverse warrior. Don't forget your front leg. Get deeper into your front knee. Turn your heart open. From your pelvis, press down. From your pelvis, grow. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Front forearm to your front thigh. Parsva Konasana. Turn your palm towards the front of the room. Bring your top arm towards your top ear. As you extend up, don't forget your feet. Hug your legs in towards the midline. Scissor your legs in. From your pelvis, press down. From your pelvis, extend up. Inhale here. Exhale, release your right arm down towards the floor. Lift your back heel up away from the floor. Good. Downward facing dog. Feel the difference between your two legs. Notice what your breath is doing. Notice what your mind wants to think or do. As opposed to trying to change the situation, just observe the situation. Observe where you are. Good. Inhale, right leg up. Sorry, yes, bend your right knee, bring your right knee forward. Feet parallel, star pose on the other side. Feet underneath the wrists. So set your foundation. First principle. Simple, clear, relatively, when we're in a simple space, when life is simple, it's easier to be present. When it gets more complicated, we have to put more effort into being aware. Hands to your thighs, turn your right foot forward towards the front of the room, bend your right knee, bring both hands to the inside of your front knee onto the floor. Charge your legs, hug your legs in towards the midline. Scissor your legs. Good. And then hug your right knee in towards your right arm and push back with your right arm into your knee. So the knee is tracking over the center of the ankle, but there's love there. There's presence in that leg. And then bring your right thigh in, back, and apart. Really widen your thigh. Shins in, thighs out. And just let that hip open. Then tuck your tailbone under gently until you feel your belly lifting towards the spine. Press down into your legs. Inhale your torso up, warrior two. Arms reach out from the shoulders. Hug your legs in, shins in, thighs back. Scoop your tailbone under. From your pelvis, press down into your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine, shoulder, or the side of body, shoulders back. From your pelvis, now lengthen through the crown of your head, extend out through your fingertips. Bring your back hand to your back thigh. Turn your right hand up, palm facing up towards the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior. Press down through your feet. Bend your right knee deeper. Keep tracking your right knee towards your right little toe. Good. Press your right rib cage up and turn your heart open. Good. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm up towards the sky. Keep the presence in your feet. Press down into your feet and then hug your shins in. From your pelvis, press down. From your pelvis, lengthen. Turn the heart open. Turn the front palm towards the front of the room. And then bring the arm closer to the ear. What does your mind do? Observe where your mind is. And then come back into your body. Feet, shins, thighs, pelvis. Super. And then release your left hand down to the floor. Hands either side of your foot. Lift your back foot, downward facing dog. Maybe both legs feel a little bit more even. Presence in both feet. Inhale, forward plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Tops of the feet down, legs strong, hands firm and clear. Exhale, release down. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the floor. Separate your knees as wide as your mat, big toes together, child's pose. But a more active child's pose. Bring the floor, lift your wrists. Hands as wide as your shoulders, or a little bit wider. Press down through the fingertips and lift your armpits up. And then soften your heart down to the floor, forehead on the floor. Good. And then breathe into the back of the body. And lift the inner armpit faster than the outer armpit. So you might feel the arm bones actually rotate out, creating some space in the neck. And then soften between the shoulder blades. From your heart, press down into the hands. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your knees. Okay. So let's play with awareness. It's a play. You know, it's like Hanuman plays. He's like this monkey that swings around. And why is he a monkey? Like, why did the sages make him a monkey? I mean, it's kind of, monkeys don't really have a good reputation for being aware. I was like, ha ha ha, you know, monkey mind. But Hanuman's very aware. He plays, but he keeps his intention focused on what it is that his job is. And that's kind of how humans are. And when we're kids, we have to learn. Otherwise, you know, pay attention, pay attention. In English, it's pay attention. And in Spanish, what is it? It's a better word, actually. Poner to it. Where do you put your attention? What do you pay attention to? Okay. So this is fun. You guys, I think, have done this before. So we're going to start in all fours. Cuatro apoyo. Yeah. Reach your right leg back, left leg back to plancha. Okay? So she's strong here. Izzy's this like wonderful, she's going, don't talk too long while I'm in plancha. Hands strong, arms strong. She's hugging the arms in. So hug your arms in and look at these fingers. This is what I really love to see. They're almost white at the fingertips. They're working so hard down. Yeah? Beautiful. What I'm going to do, partner work, with my knees bent, I'm going to lift her legs up at the height of her shoulders, more or less. Yeah? She keeps her legs strong. Push your feet down, Izzy. Empuja tus talones hacia abajo. And look what happens. See how her pelvis lifts? Okay, good. Keep that. That's the midline. Hug your shins in, and then I'm going to drop one foot. Attention. Attention. Not too fast. Let her just try to figure out where her weight is. She keeps her hands moving strong. Good. I have to be strong. Presence, presence. Lift your hips. Lift your hips. That's good. And then come down. Downward facing dog. Don't collapse. What happens when you come out of a pose? Good. And then come down. Super. Yeah? So, like, life pulls us out, and then we have to come back in. Hug the midline, and then push out. Yeah? And then just play with the feet. We're just trying to bring some strength and awareness into the whole body. Okay. In parejas, in pairs. Go for it. In tres? Yeah. That's fine. Or I can help Tati. So make sure you have a good plank, the good distance. Start in cuatro apoyo, right leg back, left leg back. Shoulders over the wrist. And then look at your hands, okay? Center of the wrist in line with the outside edge of the shoulders. Good. And then lift the leg bones up as high as the pelvis, more or less. Good. Good. Whoops. Be strong, be strong. Are you all right? Go slow. Hug your shins in, hug your shins in. Press your feet down, lift your hips up. Good, Tati. And come down. Super. Downward facing dog. Good. If it's hard, it's because you're losing awareness in something. Good job, Ali. Yeah. Okay, so let go of one. Press, empuja hacia abajo con tus talones, sí. Y eso, y deja que tus, ahora, abraza tus pantorrillas. Ahí está. Super. Y cambia lados. Bien, bien. Okay. Es difícil porque es muy honesto. Si algo no está como integrado, if something's not really fully integrated in the body, you feel it. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to fall. The hands have to be strong, the arms have to be strong. And then you play like kids. I'm playing, but I'm focusing on my breath and my breathing. Good. Press your feet down, lift your hips up. Good. Hug the midline. Good. From your pelvis, extend through your feet from your pelvis down into your hands. Good, Jessie. Super. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Downward facing dog. Hands clear, set your foundation clearly. Connect to your breath. Inhale your right leg up towards the sky. Keep your right hip level, so lower your right hip. Good. From your heart, press down into your hands. From your heart, extend up through the top of your foot. Bring your right leg forward for pigeon, Raja Kapotasana. So right knee behind the right wrist, left foot behind the left wrist. You can close your foot a little bit more towards you if it's very challenging. The more parallel your front shin is to the mat, the harder. Come up onto your fingertips, back toes tucked under. Scissor your legs in towards the midline until you feel your pelvis lift. So you have to push down into your front foot, into the outer canto of the front foot, push down into the back toes. Good. And then widen your thighs in, back, and apart. Curl your tailbone under, your sit bones under gently. Breathe. From your pelvis, press down into your feet. Good. Ali, ¿puedes enganchar este dedos o este tu pie así? ¿Está bien? Super. Okay. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips. You have to be strong in your legs. Press down into your front foot. Good. Lift the hips up. Scissor the legs in. Inhale, lengthen the side of your body. Shoulders back. Palate back. Breathe. Feel the strength in your legs. Feel the pulsing vibration of awareness inside of you. The harmony that comes when we are paying attention. Good. Exhale, release down. Walk your torso to the left. Bring your forearms to the floor. Caminar tu torso hacia la izquierda. Antebrazos en el piso. Good. Good. Caminar tu torso hacia la izquierda. Antebrazos al piso. There we go. Press your right foot into the floor. Press your right knee into the floor. Widen your right thigh in, back, and apart. Ooh, and then drag that right hip back. Good. Breathe there. Then lengthen the left side of your torso. And then exhale, soften your heart. Release down. Keep pressing through your right leg, right thigh in, back, and apart. Just opening there. And then keep scooping the tailbone under gently until you feel your belly button coming in towards the spine. And then extend back down through the legs. Breathe. Inhale back to center. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up towards the sky. Left leg level. From your heart, press down through your hands. From your heart, extend through your back foot. Then bend your knee. Bring your left leg forward. Pigeon pose, Raja Kapotasana in the other side. Back toes turned under. Front shin moving parallel towards the mat. But if it's not parallel, that's okay. Foot active, front foot active. So pressing the outside edge of your front foot down. Come up onto your fingertips. Hug your legs in towards the midline. So hug your shins in. Feel the energy come up into the pelvis. Curl your tailbone under, press down through your feet. Inhale your hands to your hips. Side body long, shoulders back. This is a balancing pose. We have to be present in our legs. Come to your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Good. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Walk your torso over to the right. Bring your forearms to the floor. And as you begin to shift your torso away from the midline, you have to become more centered, more present in your legs. Press into your left foot and then widen your left thigh in, back, and apart. Wow. Good. And gently tuck your tailbone under, your sit bones under.
Press down through your legs into your feet again, then inhale, lengthen. Especially this right side of your body wants to shorten. Lengthen the right side, soften the heart down. Breathe. Every inhale, charge your legs, widen your left thigh back. Every exhale, press down through your feet from your pelvis. Good. Super dizzy. Lengthen here, lengthen. That's it, and then soften here. Good. Now widen this. Press down into your feet. Widen, 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 widen. Awesome. Good. Inhale back to center. Downward facing dog. Hands clear on your mat. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy the process of yoga. Good. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Grab opposite elbows. Keep your shoulders open. And hang for just a minute here. Bring your weight into the back of your heels. Bring your weight forward into the front of your feet. And then find a place where the front and the back of the foot are equally weighted. There's a sense of balance and harmony in the foot. Presence in the foot. Awareness. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Open your feet as wide as your mat, and then turn your toes out slightly. Bend your knees, Malasana. Okay. If your heels come up, place a blanket underneath your heels. Ali, vamos a poner una manta debajo de tus talones. Good. Perfecto. Un poquito más, de hecho. Vamos a hacer así. Ahí está. Good. Okay, lift your front toes away from the floor. Hug your shins in towards your elbows, elbows towards your knees. Like we did in our Parsvakonasana kind of lungy variation. And then lift and widen your thighs back and apart. Press into your hands and now lengthen the sides of your body, shoulder back. Curl your tailbone under. From your pelvis, press down into your feet. From your pelvis, lengthen the crown of your head up towards the sky. Good. You can even try hugging your ankles in towards one another. Maybe feel one more muscle in your shins start to fire up. Good. Bring your hands down to the floor. Press through the feet to straighten the legs, feet parallel, hang for a moment. Rest. Good. Inhale, lengthen the heart, turn your feet out, second time, Malasana. Bend your knees. So your knees should be tracking over your second toe. So second toe aligned with the center of your ankle and your knees, yeah? So it's not like, you don't want to be too wide, your feet too wide. In a sense that like not too open. Hands in front of the heart. Lift the toes off your mat, squeeze your heels in towards one another. Press your knees in towards your elbows, elbows back towards your knees, and start to widen your thighs in, back, and apart. Shins in, thighs out. Come to the breath. Bring your awareness to the breath. Inhale, hug in towards the midline. Exhale. Good. And release. Hands to the floor. Straighten your knees. Feet parallel and hang. Inhale your hands to your hips, shoulders back, legs strong. Inhale your torso up to standing. Good. Walk forward to the front of your mat. Take a step back about 1 meter with your right foot, and then turn your right toes towards the right corner of your mat. Parsvottanasana. And then square off this right hip. So you want to really bring this right hip forward. It has a tendency to want to flare back. Good. Hug your shins in towards the midline. Lengthen the sides of your body, shoulder back. Exhale, fold forward. Pause here. Hug your right shin in and widen your right thigh in, back, and apart. Good. Curl your left sit bone under more and press from your pelvis down into your feet. From your pelvis, extend through your heart. And then exhale, fold forward, bring your fingertips to the floor. Good. Square your hips one more time. So for many of us, that means bringing that right hip forward. Press down through your fingertips and kidneys towards the ceiling. Almost like the feeling of a gato enojado. Hug your shins in. There you go. Good. I know, press down through your hands. Lift the belly up. Oh, good. Inhale your hands to your hips. Legs strong. Lift your torso up to standing. Right foot forward, left foot back. Parsvottanasana. So the left toes turn forward towards the left corner of your mat. Tati, take a longer stance and a little bit wider. And I like aligning my heels with the inside sit bones of my hips to give me a little bit more space. Yeah? And then bring your left hip forward, square the hips off, hug your shins in. Inhale, lengthen the spine, shoulders back, lengthen the side body. Exhale, fold forward halfway. Keep presence in the legs. Pause here. Reaffirm your legs to the midline. Curl the tailbone under, press down through your feet. Exhale, fold forward all the way, bring your fingertips to the earth. Hug your left shin in, left thigh widens. Curl your right sit bone under more strongly. From your right sit bone, press down through your right foot. Then press your fingertips down. Press your feet down until you feel your belly lifting up in towards your spine. A little bit of rounding. I want a feeling of a little bit of rounding in the back of the body. From your center, press down through your feet. From your center, expand your heart. Good. Legs strong. Inhale your torso up. Hands to your hips. Step both feet forward to the front of your mat. Close your eyes and feel. Inhale, open your eyes. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold, touch the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot back, left foot back. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale to the floor. And then turn over onto your backs. Turn over onto your backs. Good. Inhale your knees up to your chest. Bring your big toes together and widen your knees apart. Big toes together, heels and big toes together, heels and big toes together, knees apart. Good. Then take your hands up, make your hands straight and strong, and then bring your hands in between your knees. And then press your knees into your arms, arms into your knees. You're not taking your feet. I know. Big inhale, curl your torso up, lift your pelvis up, squeeze your knees in towards your hands in towards your knees like a bakasana on the floor. Oh, what's happening? Take a big breath. Belly in. From your belly, extend out through your big toes. From your belly, lift into your heart. Good, and release. Bakasana. If you have wrist issues, it's a great way to work Bakasana. Okay. Second time. Big toes and heels touching, knees apart. Bring your hands in between your knees. And then begin to hug your feet in, hug your knees in. Everything begins to hug in towards your center. Lift your heart up. Press through your imaginary hands towards an imaginary wall. Get big and full in your back of the body. Lift your pelvis. Lift your torso. From your center, extend back out. Maybe lift your chin. Good. Inhale here. Hug, hug, hug. Exhale and release. Oh my goodness. Turn over. And watch. I love working on the floor because it's you have to push. Yeah, this Bakasana I love. What's happening? Are we really hugging the midline, or are we just sort of collapsing out and faking it? You know, it's always these questions that that's awareness. What are we really doing? So we put the body in different positions and play. Bakasana. So, I bring my heels up, feet together. Open my knees. Okay? And then I'm going to just come in really, everyone can see me? Yes. Okay. Then I'm going to come in and be really small, like a little ball. Place my hands with presence. And then I'm going to get soft in my heart. Okay? The actions are midline. What makes my pelvis go up? Squeezing in. Yeah? Squeezing and pressing down. Heart open and soft. Hands firm onto the floor. And then, like we practice in plancha, I bring my weight forward in my toes and I press down. See my belly lift? Watch my toes. I come forward, I press down. I squeeze up. One foot, other foot. Heart soft, kidneys full, midline. And breathe. Hands present. Coming down. And I come out. Okay? You can work the actions here. Allie, for example, you can stay here. It's the same. The balance just makes it just pulls me out further, so I need to be more aware. That's it. But I can still work every action. Presence in the midline, presence in your toes, presence in your hands. Okay, let's do it. Root to rise, midline. Bring your toes and your heels together, knees apart. And then I just get kind of soft and little here. Bring your hands as wide as your shoulders, and then slide your hands back until you feel your knees kind of hug in and kiss your triceps. Good. And then like we practice, you can play with your weight in your hands, but start to get heavy in your hands. Start to press down into your hands. Take a deep breath. Bring your weight into your front of your toes. Hug your knees in. Press down through the tops of your feet so much that you feel a big belly lift. It's a rounded back, heart soft. Good. From your heart, press down into your hands. From your heart, extend through your toes. And exhale, release. Excellent. So we have options. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Okay? We know this, right? It's like classes like, yeah, McCoy. Good. Hands strong and present. I'm already hugging in. If I'm not, my hip will come up. Hug in. Hug in. Look at my toes. It's a huge hug in, okay? If you feel ready, try it. Or work one of the other ones. You cannot lose your attention on this. You can't have a moment where you're not hugging in because you will. If the energy goes out to the sides, ya está. Okay? Huge midline awareness and then extend out. Options. Go for it. Ali, tú puedes trabajar. Yeah, trabajar así. So, desde Adho Mukha, este tape final es desde Adho Mukha. I will lead you. So lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee. Bring your shoulders over your wrist. Knee to your bicep. Good. Big rounded center. Good. Just kick back. Inhale forward. Just practice a little bit. Flectado. Good. And back. Forward. Can you hug your knee in? Can you hug your knee in and lift your hips? If you can, go for it. Good. Good. Knee to the tricep. Super easy. Good. Yes. Nice, Carol. And come down. Good. Oh, super. Oh my God, we're playing. Good thing there's no cars in here. Good. Almost. Good. Almost, Sophie. Don't lose your first knee. Okay, child's pose. Keep your armpits open. Try not to collapse the armpits down. So press your hands down or bring the yema de los dedos onto the floor. Lift the armpits up. Keep the heart open. Well done. Come back to the breath. Breathe and enjoy your breath. Breathe and enjoy your breath. Your breath is a gift. The capacity to have awareness is a gift. And the practice of yoga is to make our awareness so big, so big, that we become aware of everything all at once. What a practice. This weekend, Adam Bollinger told a story about Shiva and the Buddha, actually. And he said, there's centers, we're playing with the center, and what is the center? And he said they make their center so big that they're always in their center. And I thought, that's so cool. We were talking about losing your center this week, but can we make our centers so big and never lose it? Good. Inhale your arms back to your knees, lift your torso, and lay down on your back. Well done. Bring your feet to your mat, elbows to your mat. Setu Bandha. Good. Tops of the feet, or feet flat on your mat. Good, as wide as your hips. Setu Bandha. Good. Good. Here we go. You all there? Yeah, Setu Sadhubandha. Yep, exactly. Yep. Not yet. I know. Good. Just pause and feel. We just did some big poses, so just enjoy being on the floor. Enjoy feeling the floor. It's very nice. Good. Bring your awareness to your feet. Maybe press down through your feet gently. Feel where you press into your feet first. And press your elbows down into the earth. Press your head back. And then lift your shoulders, lift your heart, and bring the shoulder blades on the back as you lengthen the side of your body. Good. And bring your shoulders back down, heart full. Press down into your feet. Inhale, lift your pelvis up. Hug your shins in. Then soften your thighs down towards the floor. Soften your thighs down towards the floor. That's it. Scoop your sit bone. Inhale, lengthen the side of your body. Shoulders back. Head back. From your palate, press down through your head. From your palate, press down into your feet. Lift your pelvis, lift your heart even higher. The art of attention is coming fully into this moment. The breath, the body, the mind, the heart. With your next exhale, lower your pelvis to the floor. Keep the arch in your back. Bring your knees together, one hand over the heart, one hand over your third chakra, your belly button. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel the wave of the breath arising out of the center of your pelvis and then flowing up towards your heart. Second time, open your eyes. Elbows onto the floor in robot arms, feet parallel. And here we can't really see our feet, so it's always a little bit of a, this is why we practice where we can see, and we start to kind of sense what that might feel like. Then with your next inhale, lengthen the side of your body, press your palate back, your head back, lift your shoulders and bring your shoulders down. Good. Press into your feet, press your head back, and then inhale your pelvis up towards the sky. Bring your hands down, interlace your hands underneath your hips onto the floor, arms straight. Lean over onto your right side and lengthen the left side of your body. Connect your left shoulder onto the heart. Lean over to the right, lengthen the left side of your body, bring it back onto the heart. So both sides are nice and long. Press your head back. Shins in, thighs out. From your palate, press down. From your palate, press into your feet. Inhale, try to separate your fingers. Bring your shoulder blades more into the back of your heart and lift your chest up. Good. One last inhale here, and then exhale, release your hands. Bring your pelvis first to the floor. Keep the arch in your back. Bring your knees together. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. What does it feel like to be present for you? With your next inhale, open your eyes. Third time. Bring your elbows onto the floor, feet parallel with your hips. I think you're very far away, actually. Bring your feet closer in. Yeah, good. Take a big inhale, lengthen the sides of your body. Press your head back, bring the shoulder blades onto the heart. Hug your shins in. Then inhale your hips up towards the sky. Good. Interlace your hands underneath your hips onto the floor, arms straight. Lengthen both sides of your body. Really bring the tips of your shoulder blades into the heart and press your palate back. Feet strong. Hug your legs in. Big inhale here. Exhale from your palate down to your feet. Inhale, bring your right knee in towards your chest. Hug your shins in. Soften your thighs back. Curl your tailbone under. From your palate, press down through your feet. Press down in your hands. Begin to straighten your right leg. Press your palate down. Lift your heart. Lift your pelvis. Press down into that left foot. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your right knee in towards your chest. Place the foot on the floor. Change sides. Left knee in towards the chest. Keep your hands working. Try to separate the hands. Bring the shoulder blades into the heart. Shins in, thighs out. Curl your tailbone under. From your palate, press down into the floor. From your palate, press down into your feet. Extend through that left foot. Extend through the inner thigh of your left leg to the inner edge of your right foot strongly. As you press down, lift up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the foot to the floor and release. Knees together, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Close your eyes. The art of attention deep within yourself. Bring your awareness deep within yourself. Then straighten your legs. Bring your right knee in towards your right armpit and hug your right knee in towards the right and up. Good. Then gently hug your right knee in towards your hand and let your pelvis shift forward. So allowing some space to happen in the lower back. So you're not trying to flatten the lower back on the really soften that left inner thigh down. You're really rooting that left thigh down. Hug the shins in. Keep that. Draw the knee further in towards your armpit. From your pelvis, press down into your feet. From your pelvis, extend through the crown of your head. The left thigh has a tendency to want to root up. Root the head of the femur bone down into the earth. And as you root that left femur down, the left leg heavy, pull your right knee in more towards you. Good. And then with your left hand over your right knee, draw your right knee towards your left in a gentle twist. Right arm extends outward, the gaze to the left. Bring your right shoulder onto the back. Root it down into the floor and then extend your right hip bone away from you. Oh. And then draw the right knee towards you and down. Then inhale back to center. Extend your right leg onto the floor. Bring your left leg up towards your left armpit and a little bit out. And don't hug into your maximum right away. Let the right leg get heavy on the floor. The bone of the femur rooting down into the floor. So you might have to let go of the pelvis a little bit. Aye. Feel that? Good. Keep that, your right leg present. And then draw your left knee in towards your left armpit. Slightly out, but don't lose. The femur wants to pop up, so we have to work it and let it anchor us down. Gently press your palate back, gently. From your pelvis, extend down into your feet. From your pelvis, lengthen through the crown of your head gently. Breath, gentle. And release for a twist. Right arm over your left knee. Draw the left knee over to the right. You can even press into your right foot and really lift your hips up and try to root your right hip even back. So it's more in line with your body. And then root your left shoulder blade onto the back. Extend your left hip away from you. That might change the twist a little bit. So notice how your right femur wants to jut forward. Root the right femur back, thighs back. And then inhale back to center. Bring your legs up for happy baby. Grab through the inside of your knees. Press gently into the feet, gently. And then root the thighs back until you feel space in the lower back. So the thighs press kind of towards the floor, like you're creating a Beyonce butt. Keep that and then press up through the inner edges of your feet. And the outer edges of the feet move towards you. Good. Can you grab, Ali, puedes agarrar, tomar acá? O es muy difícil?
Se me sube el hombro.
Ok, vamos a poner una manta. Espera, vamos a poner otra. Ahí está. ¿Está bien? Sí. Para tener la experiencia. Good. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. You can bring your weight into the right and left of your sacrum, rocking gently from side to side. You can make little circles on your sacrum. Feel the bones in your back. And go slow. Feel every movement there. Feel presence in your sacrum. And then extend your right leg, your left leg, Shavasana. Place your feet wider than your hips. Hands to your side, palms facing up. And gently press your head back into the floor and connect your shoulders back onto the heart. And then release. Closing your eyes. Release your jaw. Separate your teeth in your mouth. Release your legs, the muscles of your shins and your thighs. Allow your breath to be natural and spontaneous. Allow it to come back to its natural state. Feel the bones of your pelvis rooting you down into the earth. And then bring your awareness to the present moment. Be present. Notice the sounds in the room. Every sound. Feel the floor underneath your body. Holding you here. Observe any thoughts coming into your head without judgment. Allow them to emerge and then travel through you and dissipate. And watch how that process happens over and over again. And there's a space between each thought. Rest your awareness in that great space. The art of attention, of putting your awareness in the free, unchanging, greater self. That which is always present and never absent, Nishprapanchaya. to lengthen your exhale. To emerge from that deep awareness within you, that interior knowing, wisdom of the heart, the hirada. And feeling your bones and your muscles and your skin. And gently move your fingers and your toes. The parts far away from you. Slowly waking yourself up. You stretch your arms overhead, but keep your eyes closed. And bringing the feet to the floor and turning over onto your right side into a fetal position. And pause here and take a big breath into the back of your heart. Towards the universe, towards Pachamama, the great knowing and unknowing, the expanded awareness that goes infinitely, the art of your attention. And place your hands onto the floor, and with your eyes closed, lift yourself up into seated with your legs crossed. Hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. A great seal of love. When we bring our hands together, we are bringing our attention into our awareness through the practice of presence. And this great practice of yoga, Chittananda, remembering who we are at the deepest soul level. Let that fill your whole body with love, with the presence of love. We'll end our practice with 3 Oms together. Exhale here. Inhale fully. To your heart bow, to your yoga practice. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.